Alright guys, this is Ethan with Yoda Forge 3D, just doing a quick once over on the new Tundra mount for the A-pillar grab handle. Here in just a minute I have a section that kind of shows how to actually remove some of the trims to route the cabling, but this is basically just the what to expect in the box, what each piece is. Pretty self-explanatory. Obviously you'll have the mount and your wireless QI2 charger. Already pretty much just as it is. You don't need to do anything else there. You'll have your 6-foot cable, which is plenty. Way more than you'll need to route it internally within the dash if you choose. It'll be a little bit extra as well if you decide to ghetto route it, just going between windshield and the dash trim and just tuck it in the crease. Not preferred, but it works. Essentially, and then you'll have your last piece, which this is my beta, but you'll basically have a paper copy that you'll just cut out just for the template that you will basically just tape onto your grab handle, just the trim plate to help you figure out exactly where you need to drill your hole. So it takes all the guesswork out of it. It's slightly undersized, so you can always trim more material, you can't add it back. So it's probably about 1 mil to 2 mils undersized, just to give you a little bit of cushion. But essentially, one thing that isn't really illustrated super well in photos is once you have the cable in and routed, you have your 180-degree end that will basically just plug right into the bottom of the mount. And then there's actually a design channel in the back of the mount that this will press fit into to help secure it, keep it from looking all sorts of ghetto. So basically you'll end up just like that. And that actually goes through your, that'll fit through the whole grommet as well. You can slightly oval it out if you need to. That being what I was talking about. But essentially that's what you're left with. Basically from when you run the wiring, right about here to the end, you'll need to leave about 9 inches. So it's something I don't mention in the video. It kind of jumps through. It's already mostly installed and the last portion of this, but you'll need about at least 9 inches. You can always shove more back into the A-pillar. You just can't pull it back out. It tends to bind up on the trims. So keep that in mind. Leave 9 inches once you're routing the cabling, if you decide to do it internally. And then the rest of this video will just kind of jump back into the actual removal of dash trims and how to kind of route the cabling just to make it nice and clean. You won't even see anything. So let me know if you have any questions.
Okay, to run this wire, there's obviously the trench in the back that goes in. We'll cover how to deal with this cap and all of this in a different video. But as far as your trim goes, a lot of guys don't know. Release your steering wheel and telescope that out, get that thing out of the way. Then the easiest thing to do is just grab hold of these bits right here on each side, and you can just pull the bottom out. Once you get the bottom out, grab your cluster and just wiggle. Everything will come apart. Then your whole cluster comes out like that. You can run your wire from inside your A-pillar down in here. You can pop this side panel out to get your wire out of there, loop it around here, and then you're just going to go right on top of your gauge cluster, and then pop it straight across into your cavity here. This just pops straight up. Drill a hole right there so for your wire to come through, so that you can plug it into your cigarette lighter right there, right next to my glasses. Super easy. honestly about a 15-minute install. Once you've got your mount all in place.